Oh, there you are, YouTube. Okay, it's the 5th.
Ready?
There you go.
What's it say?
What are we watching?
BeetleJuice.
All right, one of Daddy's favorites. Way to go, good choice. Good pick.
Dude, your eyes were so wide watching that, like if you were a child and it was the first time you've ever seen it.
I just love it so much. BeetleJuice is just a fantastic movie. It's in my, top favorite movies. I don't know what number it is, but I really don't even know what I could add to the conversation because I feel like everybody loves it. Everybody's probably made a video on it. But I don't know what some things I was thinking about when watching it. Not necessarily a review or anything, but Alec Baldwin in that movie, I never think of as Alec Baldwin. He's just a different person, an unknown actor in that movie. Like when I was a kid, when I'm thinking of Alec Baldwin, I'm thinking of The Hunt for Red October. I don't know what else. The Getaway. I guess The Shadow, but that's not a good example of what I'm trying to get at here. I don't know, just like thriller, sexy thriller, I don't know, stuff like that. It's just, the fact that he's in a Tim Burton movie, the Alec Baldwin I knew when I was growing up, like now he does a lot more comedy and stuff like that, but the Alec Baldwin I think of when I was growing up was like a serious actor, thriller, drama sort of thing. So I don't know, I've just never, like when I'm thinking of BeetleJuice, I'm never thinking Alec Baldwin. Or what Alec Baldwin movies am I going to think about right now? I'm never thinking of BeetleJuice. For some reason, he is not a signifier of that film, and that film is not a signifier of Alec Baldwin. I don't know. It's just so weird. He is like an unknown actor to me in that movie. I just can't ever think of it as him. And I think a lot of that is his costume that he's wearing with the glasses and everything, and he seems nerdier, I guess, and it just throws me off because it's just, maybe it's his best acting ever because of that, because I just can never grasp Adam as Alec Baldwin. It is very strange to me. But yeah, BeetleJuice is great. Love this since I was a little kid. I think that following October when this movie came out, I was BeetleJuice for Halloween. Well, actually, is that right? I think, well, I mean, I know I was, but I'm not sure if that timing is right. Because I remember the costume I had. I'm pretty sure it was for the movie, not for the animated show. I don't know. It might have been the animated show. I don't think it was, though. But I had one of those, like, you would go to a department store, and you had, like, a costume with, like, a hard plastic mask that you would put on over your face. And I remember when we got this, I was shopping with my mom, or my mom was shopping with me, and we were picking out Halloween costumes, and the mask portion was not with the clothing portion for BeetleJuice. It was a striped outfit. And my mom was like, that's okay, my friend will paint your face and color your hair and everything. So we didn't get the mask. So we purchased the costume, but we did not get the mask. Somebody had taken it or it had fallen off or something, and there must not have been another one, so we didn't get the mask. And so I guess that's probably why I don't remember if it was for the movie or the cartoon, because I don't know what the mask looked like, if the mask had the cartoon face, or which I love the cartoon's great, or if it was the movie Michael Keaton's face. But yeah, I went to trick-or-treating as BeetleJuice, and my mom's friend, she did all the makeup and everything. I wish I had a picture of that. I wrote my mom's friend on Facebook, I think last year, and I was like, did you by chance take any pictures of that Halloween? Because I don't have any. I don't think my mom has any. Couldn't find any. So I don't know. That's just like a lost period of time, unfortunately, like visually. I don't think any pictures were taken, or if they were gone, or maybe just never developed because we didn't always develop our film on time. This is cartoon related though. I love that there was a cartoon, and it's funny because Beetlejuice is barely in the movie. I think we clocked him in like when we actually meet him. It's like 47 minutes into the movie. You know, you almost get a full hour before you really get to see Beetlejuice. I mean, you get to see him, but like when it's his face and you're interacting with him, when Adam and Barbara are. But the cartoon is like Beetlejuice, Lydia, and the Deetzes. Barbara and Adam, I don't even think they're mentioned in the cartoon, like at all. I don't think. I'm pretty sure. And that's funny because they are the leads of this movie, and the movie ends with them still living in the house and basically raising Lydia. So the cartoon takes a lot of liberties and definitely jumps quite far away from the show. Just doesn't seem very canon to the show unless something is explained in the first episode and maybe I missed or forgot the first episode. But I did have this Beetlejuice like Play-Doh set when I was growing up. It was like Beetlejuice Salon, and it had this like little machine and these Beetlejuice characters that were these tubes, and you could like shove Play-Doh in them and then like put them in a barber seat. Then you'd like push down and then all their hair would grow, and then you had like Beetlejuice themed scissors where you could cut their Play-Doh hair. And it was all characters from the cartoon, not the movie, but that was a really fun set. I liked that. Like, I didn't play with a lot of toys growing up. Mostly I had, you know, like action figures and things like that, and then I would set them up, you know, kind of like that, and then like put them in poses, take pictures of them, and then put them away. Like, I never like fought my action figures because I always wanted them in pristine condition. And when it came to like games and stuff, I just didn't play games because I was watching movies or TV. But this Play-Doh set was a lot of fun. I really did enjoy that. Speaking of action figures, though, you know, at the very end, when Beetlejuice is wearing that purple suit, and then the like voodoo guy puts the dust over his head, and then his head shrinks down. I had that action figure, or I still have it. It's probably, I have like tubs over here with all of my, you know, childhood treasures. It's probably just 5 feet away from me in some tub, but had that action figure where basically it was his normal sized head, and then you could rip it off, and then it was his tiny head, and then it had this like little wheel on the back, and you could, you know, spin it, and then his head would spin around like it does sort of in the introduction section of the movie. But I think that was the only Beetlejuice action figure that I had. I always wanted the striped suit one, and I think it had like attachments to create sort of that carnival look where he like has the what do you call that thing with the horses, the carousel around him. I'm pretty sure that was an option that I wanted. I know I wanted the striped suit, and I'm pretty sure that was what you could add to him. I don't know. It's been a lot of years. I'm getting old. But Beetlejuice, I don't know, that was kind of fun. That wasn't really a review, but it was a trip down memory lane. We try and watch this movie every year. I think we have watched it every year since we started our Halloween Advent, and I have some pictures from when I used to act out this, you know, the movie on Instagram or Facebook. I don't know, I'd probably posted it on both. Used to act out different scenes from the movie, or just like dress up for the movie and then post them online. So I will include those in this video right now. So that's my Beetlejuice Advent history that that I have. Yeah, we basically watch it every year. Love Beetlejuice so much. Love Michael Keaton so much. I love that Michael Keaton is this is off topic, is in Birdman, and I love that he is in Spotlight. And I'm so glad those movies won Best Picture because, you know, he was Batman, he was Beetlejuice. And, you know, he has all these 80s, 90s, early 90s things, and we didn't see him for a long time. And now, if there are completists out there that are trying to watch every Oscar Best Picture winner, they are going to have to see Michael Keaton 2 times. And I just love that. I'm very happy for it. And he should have some Oscars under his belt, I believe. You know, definitely for Birdman, I think he should have won. If he would have gotten, you know, an Oscar for... Actually, I don't know. I'd have to see who's up for it. But, you know, if he got one for Spotlight, that would have been cool. But I didn't like the movie The Trial of the Chicago 7, but he was the most powerful character in the entire film, I thought. And if they would have thrown him a nomination, I think that would have been cool. And if they would have let him win that nomination, I think that would have been cool as well. But anyway, I think I'm going to go ahead and end this vlog thing, memory session of Beetlejuice. And perhaps I'll see you tomorrow for more Peer Hangout.